Welcome back. We have Mission Hospital here, and we've got Terry Wooten and Dr. Stuart Nagasawa, who are here to talk to us about a brand new facility that will be opening in November. Well, welcome, and thank you both for being here. Hopefully I pronounced both your names correctly.
You did, thank
okay,
you. Thank you for having us here.
Oh, you're welcome, you're welcome. So, wow, how exciting. November 7th is the grand opening. Why don't you tell me a little bit about the center and how it came about?
Yes, so we are building a 4-story, 104,000 square foot comprehensive cancer center. It's an outpatient medical office building. We'll have imaging services, radiation oncology, medical infusion. We started this project about 3 years ago. We started because Mission Hospital has been in the community for over 40 years. And we've always prided ourselves on serving the needs of our community. A couple of years ago, as we were looking at cancer care, we were realizing that many of our community members were having to get on the 5 freeway to travel north or south to seek cancer care. It was then that we decided that we really needed to, being our community's provider, bring a comprehensive center to Mission Viejo.
Okay.
So 3 years ago, we started this project, and we're opening it up in just a few weeks.
Right now, I know you have had many events to raise money for the center, and obviously this is named after Judy and Bill Leonard. Can you tell me a little bit about them?
Judy and Bill Leonard, they're really great partners. They have been partners with Mission Hospital for several years now. And I think Bill, a couple years back, was looking for an opportunity to help the hospital. And it was right around the same time that we were identifying this need to build a cancer center. And so when we discussed it with him, he agreed that was something really needed in our community, and he wanted to support us in doing that.
Excellent, excellent. And what type of cancer will you be treating there?
So Mission Hospital has always treated cancer. This is not new for us. We're really just bringing our services together in one place, kind of a one-stop shop. So we treat everything from head and neck cancer to breast cancer to prostate cancer across the board.
Okay, all right, excellent. Dr. Nagasawa, so you are going to be the medical director there. What are some things that you're looking forward to?
Well, I think this is going to be a very exciting opportunity for our community to have a comprehensive cancer center. My background is I've been a medical oncologist for 31 years in private practice, recently retired, and saw this as a great opportunity to continue to contribute to the community. So I think, as Terry said, a comprehensive cancer center will have all of the amenities necessary for treatment. We'll have surgery there, we'll have radiation oncology there, we will have medical oncology there, and a host of fantastic ancillary services that will serve the patients to the degree that they need.
Now, I find it interesting because you said you were retired, so now you're starting a whole new, brand new situation.
Yes.
So, you know, what actually brought you out of retirement? Why would you want to do this?
I think I was inspired by Terry. You know, a few months before I retired, he knew that was happening, and he said, you know, would you be interested in being the medical director, at least helping with the programs and developing the different aspects of a cancer center that would be important to the patient. And from a perspective of having seen patients for 31 years in a private practice setting, I felt that they could use me as a resource, and I've been very excited and happy to be part of this whole endeavor.
All right, excellent. Well, it does sound great. Give me a little idea about, I know you've listed many of the things that it will offer. Is there anything, what is different about this Cancer Institute than some of the other cancer centers here in Orange County?
Do you want to start with nurse navigation, and then we'll talk about genetics?
Absolutely. So like I said, so a comprehensive center. One of the hallmarks of our program, though, really is our nurse navigators. So we assign each patient that comes to our doors with cancer a nurse navigator. Many of them are there at the time of diagnosis, if possible, and then they are with that patient through the journey. So they are helping coordinate their care as they navigate through cancer.
Okay. All right, and then genomics.
Genomics, yes, this is a really great field that has developed in my practicing lifetime. I would say over 31 years. It was in its infancy when I started, and now it's grown to be probably the most important breakthroughs in medical oncology are happening in genomics. When I speak to medical students or potential medical oncologists, I tell them if you want to prepare yourself to cure cancer, you should get a PhD in molecular genetics and then go to medical school. And I'm really serious about that because some of the new information out there is so complex that I even have to look up what they mean. But there's two aspects of it that I'd like to explain. One is the genetics aspect of the patient, So we're identifying mutations which confer a higher risk of developing cancer within a family, and therefore we can start screening those family members and the patient for other types of cancers that are associated with such mutations.
Okay.
So we already have a very robust genetic testing, and we're really into wellness, we're really into prevention.
Okay.
The whole idea of cancer is to catch it at a very early stage before it has a chance to become advanced.
Okay.
The second aspect of it is tumor genomics. So now we are taking specimens of the tumor, sending it to special laboratories, and we can look at hundreds and hundreds of genes that are in that tumor and look for specific mutations, and some of those mutations are what we call actionable, which means that if a tumor has a certain mutation, we have targeted new drugs that go right after that tumor in a very, very specified way with much less side effects and much higher efficacy. We have pretty much a cure for certain types of leukemia now, with just 1 pill per day. Whereas early in my training, they required a bone marrow transplant to be cured, and even that had high toxicities. So the whole area of genetics and genomics is going to be one of the most important aspects of oncology, and that'll be one of the emphasis that we'll have at the Leonard Cancer Center.
Right, and I think that falls into place with all the precision medicine that we're hearing about.
Exactly.
Obviously, the targeted treatment. So that's excellent that you have that right on site. Let's talk about some of the clinical trials. I guess that would go hand in hand with some of the things you're talking about.
It does, exactly. So clinical trials will be testing new drugs for such targets. So if a patient has a genomic profile that suggests that certain targets may be targeted with certain drugs, and these drugs are in development, then this will pair the patient with those particular clinical trials.
Okay.
Also, when standard chemotherapy stops working, those of us that are practicing medical oncology oftentimes seek out clinical trials for the patient's benefit, because there are new drugs being developed that provide a lot of promise for them. And as I tell patients over the years, every single drug and regimen that we have in medical oncology was once a clinical trial, 100%.
Wow.
And they go through many different layers of clinical trials, from phase 1 to phase 2 and phase 3 at various institutions before they're actually released to the public, and the FDA has to make sure they have safety and efficacy.
Right.
So it's very exciting that our cancer center will have clinical trials, and that'll be a growing part of our focus.
That's great. And then obviously you've also have wellness in mind too. Tell me a little bit about what part of wellness are we talking about?
So really every aspect of wellness, everything from having nutrition counseling. We'll have a teaching kitchen in the cancer center. So we'll actually have classes on how to not only eat healthy, but if you're going through treatment, how do you stay healthy during that? We will offer support groups, yoga classes, we'll have acupuncture, a multitude of multiple things that we'll offer.
Wonderful. Now, is the grand opening open to the public?
So on November 7th, we're having a grand opening event. It's not open to the public on that day. It is RSVP only. We're expecting a lot of people to want to come out and see that. We are, however, though, planning an event coming soon. We don't have a date yet. That we will open it up to the community. And we actually hope to offer some free things on that day for the community, so they can come out and check out the cancer center.
That'll be good. You know, maybe some massages and things like that.
We might make that work.
Yeah, make sure I'm there that day. Absolutely. Well, thank you both, and congratulations, and good luck on your grand opening. I really appreciate you being here.
Thank you so much for having us.
You're welcome. And remember, if you want additional information about the grand opening that they're planning for the public, you can always look up at missionforhealth.com. We'll be right back after this.